Have you ever stopped and just looked really closely at the world around you? We've all been taught that our reality is just the natural evolution of human history. But some believe there's a much darker truth hiding in plain sight. Ancient accounts and hidden possibilities suggest a truly chilling premise: that we are actually living inside a highly sophisticated control system, a matrix, if you will, designed millennia ago to keep humanity locked in a continuous cycle of servitude. It's a dark, suspenseful concept, isn't it? Well, today we're going to map out exactly how this theory claims that unbreakable system was finally breached. So, are we living inside a control system? According to the ancient texts we're analyzing, this system was built by an ancient ruling class, often referred to as the Anunnaki, and it was engineered to be completely impenetrable. No way out. But as with any digital or structural framework, there's always a vulnerability, if you know exactly where to look. The sources suggest this unbreakable system was actually compromised when a highly specialized infiltrator was sent in from the outside, a representative from the Pleiadian star cluster. You probably know him from history as Jesus. But in this narrative, he wasn't your typical human, or even a religious savior in the way we usually think of one. No, he was an advanced cosmic operative. 33. That number is absolutely crucial here. The source material outlines that this Pleiadian representative executed a high-stakes cosmic operation, effectively hacking Earth's matrix from the inside. And the wildest part, he did it completely undetected for exactly 33 years. For 3 decades, he operated right inside the base code of human life. He walked among everyday people, operating on a totally different frequency, all just to find the system's ultimate vulnerability. It's described as the longest, most successful planetary hack in this hidden version of our history. Now, history presents us with this massive hidden gap, mysterious years right from age 12 up to 30, where this figure just completely disappears from the historical record. But the text suggests he didn't just vanish into thin air. Hidden possibilities indicate he traveled east. He supposedly passed through these massive energy portals in the Damavand Mountains to receive vital preparation and further instruction. He was literally being technically prepped for the final, ultimate phase of this planetary hack. And this right here leads us to a massive, paradigm-shifting revelation. This mission, it was never about starting a religion. Not at all. The institutions, the heavy dogmas, the massive churches that followed, speculative accounts claim those were actually the Matrix's way of twisting the narrative to maintain control. The operative's true goal was purely technical. It was entirely frequency-based. Hidden possibilities indicate the crucifixion was a technical exit strategy to upload Pleiadian consciousness back into the higher dimensions. Let that sink in for a moment. In this framework, the crucifixion wasn't a defeat. It was a deliberate system breach. By living 33 years without being flagged as a foreign entity, the hacker proved the Matrix had a fatal flaw. This traumatic final exit strategy allowed him to plant a seed of consciousness, a literally undeletable code, right into the human framework. A code that the Anunnaki system simply could not remove, no matter how hard they tried. The guardian of the data. Any good hacker knows that if you execute a massive system breach, the system is going to fight back. Hard. And the Matrix did exactly that. It immediately attempted to rewrite history, trying its best to turn this technical breach into a tool of mass control through fear and heavily modified texts. Because of this massive counterattack, having a backup plan wasn't just a good idea. It was absolutely essential for the survival of that newly uploaded code. And that backup plan required a very specific person: Mary Magdalene. In this hidden history, she was never the center or the peripheral character the control system made her out to be. She was the mission partner, the guardian of the data. She was, for all intents and purposes, a co-conspirator in the truest sense of the word. The sources suggest their profound connection was actually the foundation of a secret bloodline. Think of it as a genetic bypass, specifically intended to completely subvert the genetic control of Earth's rulers. So the Matrix rewrites the story, right? It sends humanity on this endless search for a golden cup, an inanimate object we all know as the Holy Grail. But the hidden truth the text suggests is that the Grail was actually a biological Trojan horse. As the control system started closing in, Mary Magdalene fled across the ocean to southern France. She was protected by this underground network of people who actually knew the truth, because she was carrying the ultimate backup of the hack: Sarah, the Grail. The Holy Grail isn't a cup at all. It's a living, breathing person. The sources claim Sarah was their daughter. She was the biological carrier for the Pleiadian hack. a literal vessel holding that undeletable code of consciousness that had just been injected into the human race. They call it a living frequency. This biological bloodline was meticulously designed to keep the matrix breach open for millennia. Sarah's descendants became this living frequency, quietly moving through generations, hiding right in plain sight. While the rest of the world remained hypnotized, totally bowing to the Matrix's rewritten version of history, this hidden lineage silently maintained the pure original signal of that initial 33-year mission. So I have to ask, do you ever feel a connection to something beyond this world? The source material insists that the control system uses fear and hypnosis to keep humanity asleep, but it also suggests that you have the exact same dormant power hidden within your own DNA to hack the control system yourself. If this is resonating with your intuition right now, some believe it's because you are actively picking up on that ancient planted code.
Well, how do you actually use it? The sources point to a very specific mechanism, called the firm no. This is described as the ultimate Pleiadian secret. To escape the Matrix, you don't need a spaceship, you just need to reject the illusions. By saying a firm no to the fear tactics, to the endless cycles of debt, and those false histories fed to us by the control system, you actually flip a switch. This conscious rejection is the exact mechanism required to activate that dormant code left behind over 2,000 years ago.
He is here. The text proposes a fascinating idea that the infiltrator never truly left. That famous phrase, "I will be among you until the end," what if it wasn't meant to be just a poetic metaphor? According to this perspective, it was actually a highly technical instruction for frequency alignment. He remains embedded within the planetary frequency, almost like a dormant software program, just waiting to be summoned by those who naturally align with that exact same frequency. Look at how the timeline of this breach is unfolding right around us. It began with those 33 years, the initial, totally undetected hack. This was followed by 2,000 years of the hidden lineage silently carrying the living frequency. And that brings us exactly to the present day, the photon belt activation. The sources suggest that as Earth moves through this high-energy area of space known as the photon belt, the ancient matrix is actively failing, it's glitching out, and that original hack is finally reaching its critical mass and entering its final activation phase. We are currently looking at an upgrade in progress. The era of the Pleiadian hackers' stealth mission is finally concluding. The control systems are visibly losing their grip, and ancient accounts suggest that the underlying human DNA is being activated and upgraded right now by these intense cosmic frequencies. You see, you weren't born to be a slave to a broken system. This material argues that you are meant to be a co-creator of a completely new reality as the old system crumbles into shadows.
Which leaves us with one final thought. Are you living the script the Matrix wrote for you, or are you ready to write your own? The entire premise of this ancient 33-year mission was to prove that even the darkest, most powerful prison has a door. The code has already been written. The exit strategy is firmly in place. The only question now is, will you choose to walk through it?